How's it, gang? This is Scraps Hawaii again. In my last two videos, I had my new student Gary from Waipahu on the island of Oahu, and I'd like to thank his girlfriend Kari for surprising him with a trip to Maui to one of my classes, and I had a great time. So if it wasn't for her to treat him for their third anniversary, then I would have never met them, and they're really nice people. And so I'd like to thank her for setting up Gary to have some classes, and I had a really good time. So anyway, today I'm just going to be running through some practice on the 130, and we might be practicing pressing up instead of just taking, because I know some people can say, well, what if the table hits for a long time? You wouldn't make as much money. And that's true. So, you know, sometimes when the table is not doing well, choppy to bad, you want to take the profit. But when the table is doing well, you want to be able to press up. But in either case, you need to take back your staying alive money. Take back that 3 times, so you got your start money. And then if you want to press, it's house money you're pressing with. So if you want to take a chance doing that, then go ahead and do that. But sometimes you're going to get caught with a 7 on the come out, or a point and then 7. So that's where the casino is going to eat you up little by little on your bankroll. Okay, because not every hand is going to be a good hand. So you got to watch for that. Okay, so today the table might be good to us, maybe the next time it won't. Or it might be bad to us, and the next time it's going to be good. So let's just find out what's going on and see if we can do some pressing and depressing and repress it. Let's see what's happening. So we're working on the come out and see what we can do. We got 5 hands. 5 hands of 130. So you're looking at half of 1300 if you had to have a 10-time bankroll, so 650. Okay, so the only thing that can happen to you when you're working on a come out, the worst thing can happen is a 7. Other than that, you hit a 5, you're gonna get paid $49, although you lose the field, so you make at least $14. If you hit a 6 or an 8, you lose the field, but 6 and 8 pays 35, so you break even. So you cannot lose here unless a 7 comes. Okay, keep that in mind. So point is 8. We're looking for some numbers that we can collect. Of course, the 4 and 10, and 2, 3, 11, 12, we won't collect, but we need to try and get some numbers back. 7 is the worst thing that can happen to us. We didn't get to take back any of our money. So we're going to work on our second stack. So I'm giving the house the second stack. We're off. We're working on a come out. Aces. So that's a great number for us because aces pays double. So we win $70. And I just can put the wins right here. So $70 on aces. Now in this case, I can bring the 9, put it up here to the 9, bring the field up here to the 9. Or because there's no changes being made, I can just leave it and work it again. And I think I'm going to take that chance. I mean, it's a chance, so I'm going to have to take that chance and see what happens. 8. Okay, so I lose the field, but 8 pays 35. So we break even. Point is 8 again. 9. So 9 pays $49 because it pays 50 for 1. And because I don't want to touch the other stacks, I'm just going to take 49. And what I normally do is, in my videos, you see that we're going to start to depress this. Okay, so we're depressing this to $20, and we're taking $64 back. 8. So that's winner 8, and winner 8 pays $35. And like I said, we want to get our money back, especially we lost the first rack, we didn't get anything, so we're going to depress and take 50. So because I made changes out here, I won't be working on the come out, so I'm going to be off on the come out now. 10. Now if I was in the field, I would have won, but you know, if I hit a 5 or a 9, I wouldn't be able to make back the kind of money I wanted to, so I didn't work. 10 right back. Although that's a non-collectible number for me. 7. So this time it helped that we're not working because there was a 7. 11. Could have collected, but that's just how it goes. 8. So 8's the point again. 8 right back. So 8 pays another $35. Okay, so if I took all this down, that's $100 profit. I kind of mixed up my trays, so I forgot what I took from the second tray. Oh, probably all this is from the second tray because I didn't take anything from the first tray. So we're still working on the second tray, and that's how much money we got. So like I said, we're going to do some depressing, some repressing, maybe try and, you know, make some money on our house money that we got out here. So what I want to do is, 8 was the point. We made the 8. The 8 seems to be coming more often. So I'm going to take my 6. I'm going to take $50. Okay, and I'm going to depress my 6 to $18. And I'm going to try and set myself up to be 66 inside and then repress. Okay, so I want to try and repress my bets from a depress. So I'm trying to depress it now down to 66. I could just take the 5 and the 9 and take it down, but I just want to see how we're doing. So 10's the point. 11. We need this 5, 6, 8, 9 points. 11. And sometimes, you know, like I said in a lot of my videos, the table does what it wants to do, and sometimes it goes to the outside numbers. 5. So 5 pays $28. Okay, so because I want to start depressing my bets, I'm going to take another nickel off of the 5. So I'm going to take back $33. And I'm working my way down, depressing my bets. $6. So 6 pays $21. So because I got the 6 at 18 already, I want to get my 8 to 18. Okay, so I want $21. So I'm gonna take 15 of that $21 win, and the $10 nickel that was on here that made a 30. And because I got some whites here, I'm gonna make this $18. Okay. Now instead of waiting to hit another number and then depressing the 9 to 15 so I can make it across 66, I'm just going to take it right now. Okay, so this is all profit, which is house money, and that's why I'm going to work it. I mean, if we lose it, we lose it, you know, but excuse me. I just want to show you, the viewers, that the depress side of this, so that if you want to use house money and press it back up, then you can do that. You depress it and then you can take it right back up. 5. Okay, so 5. You got $15. 15 pays 21. Okay, so 15 pays 21. What do we want to do? Do we want to take it to a quarter we could, because we can put 10 here and 10 here, right, and take back $1. But I don't want to take it to a quarter. I want to take it to $20. And why are we doing this? Because I'm trying to work this back up to where we started at 130. Okay, and also I'm taking some profit. So that's the idea. And you all know that if I wanted to make profit, I would take all this down right now. Okay, so I'm just leaving it so we can do some pressing. So 6. So you know that 6 pays $21. And you also know that the press for this is $3. And $3 makes, so it makes it so we can have $70, so we can go both sides 30. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. That's the small power presses. So if you watch the power presses that I show, you will see this, and you will see how to do this 18 to 30. Okay, I've explained it in my other videos, and that's why I'm not explaining it here. So if you didn't watch all my power pressing videos, go back and watch them, or some of my other videos where I show the presses for power press. Okay, so we've been throwing a while. How much longer before this 7 counts, I don't know. But I just wanted to show you that you could depress the 130 and repress it back up without getting out of the game. 6 again. So now 6 pays $30, actually $35, because we have pressed it back up, right? So now that we pressed it back up, we have options. We can just take the 35. We can take it back down to 18 and take 50. You know, there's options, and you're gonna have to decide what you want to do. Okay, so we need to decide, and I'm just gonna take the $35. And like I said, I could press this to quarters and then, you know, play 110 inside. But for this roll, I'm just gonna take the profit. $12. $4. Well, it look like the table doing well. So, you know, it's an option, and the table not doing well, but I got my money, and I'm just hoping that we can press it up to show you. Okay, 5. So that's a good number before we 7 out. So 5 pays $21. Okay, 5 pays 20. I'm sorry, 21 pays 28. $20 pays 28. Okay. 20 on the 5 and 9. We already pressed it up for 15. So $20 on a 5 and 9 pays 28. I'm gonna get some change. And I think I showed this press when I had my student Gary's video made, that you can collect a 5 and 9, $28, and all you gotta do is give the dealer $2, which is a small power press, because that makes it 28, 29, 30, and you got 20 and 20, which equals 40, and 30 makes it 70. So because of that, you can press the 5 and 9 up to 35 each, and that's why I made it at $20 each, instead of taking it up to a quarter and get out from what I was playing. I want to get it back to where I was playing, which is 130. Okay, so we can take this now to $35, and with a small press, you see that we're back to 130. Okay, and that's how we started, and that's how we depressed it down to 66 inside, and repressed it back up to 130. Okay, so at this point I could take 130 profit plus all this profit right here, and that's all I wanted to show. So, you know, if we keep throwing, then we'll see if we can do the high side pressing. So let's see. 3 craps. Seven out. Okay, so I didn't expect the dice to roll a lot more, but at least we did show depressing it and repressing it up back to the $130. So if people think that, oh, you're just taking back your money, your $100 win or your $70 win after you took back your 3 times, and you're out of the game and you cannot play, that is not true, because you saw me depress it back down after I took my 3 times and use house money to depress it, make more money building it back up. And if the dice continued hitting, I wouldn't be able to press up. Okay, so just wanted to show you that for, you know, a short period of time. So if I took it all down, that was 130. So we made 100, 200, 300, 25, 35, 40, $3. Okay, so if I took this down, I would have made $343 in one short roll. Okay, so we recovered this tray and we still made profit. Okay, so that's what we would have. Okay, so let's say 130, that replaces this tray. 130 replaces this tray, right? So I was still made $75, $80, $83, and that's because I replaced this tray, which I didn't have any win. I filled this tray up, and this is what would have been that I started with. So I would have had all of this as profit and returned this, so that's also profit, right? So that's the kind of money you can make if the table is, you know, running pretty decent, maybe choppy to not bad, pretty good, instead of choppy to bad. So now let's just see if we can try and show you the pressing side and see what will happen. So we're coming out, and I could just call numbers, and maybe I should say it wouldn't take so long, but anyway, 3 crap. So if we were working in the field, which, you know, it's not fair because I wasn't there, so we're just not gonna do it. Three crap again. Boy, we would have won 2 in a row in the field. So people who say you cannot be working and get caught with the 7, you know, I say, look, we threw 3 numbers already that we would have collected in the field. So no such thing as that you'll get caught more often with the 7. You might lose more often, you know, more money when the 7 does come, but through the hours that we're playing, like I said, we from Hawaii, we're going to play there for days and hours. We're going to recoup that money in the field. Okay, so anyway, 4. See, so now, like for you who think that I would have lost on a come out a lot of money, what does this mean? I didn't work. With 3 field numbers I would have hit and make at least $50. No, I run into a 0.7. And that's why I say, you know, what's the difference between working on a come out and not working? People say, well, working on the come out, the shooter's trying to make a 7 because he wants to make the pass line. And my thing to that is, how many people try to make 7s on the come out? How many times they throw craps? How many times they chose 11s and they don't throw a 7? You know, everybody wants to try and throw a certain number, but unless you're an expert setting person and can call the number you're throwing, I don't think that you can throw a 7 just because it's a come out point. And that's why I work. Okay, so anyway, we would have lost all this and we'll just start all over again. Just, you know, I don't want to because if not, the video is just going to take longer and longer. I just want to get on a good hand that I can show you some presses on the upside. So 10 we would have got paid. 10 would be the point. I'm not taking any money now because that's not the point of this press up side. 9, so 9 pays $49 for one. And in this instance, I would have given the one, okay, out of my bankroll, but because I don't have a bankroll, I'm just gonna say I gave the dollar. You collect 50 because it pays 50 for one. So at 50 for one, now we just like show the press up. So what I would do is I would press my 9 to 60. I press the 5 to 60. Okay, that's what I would do, and that's all options that you can do. Like I said, I'm showing base, and so you can develop a system for you. But this is what I would do because I'm looking a move or two ahead and where I want to be. So that's what I would have done. 10 winner. Okay, we're not working on a come out because we made changes, and that's a good move because that's 7, 11, 10. Right back on the 10. Hopefully we can hit some inside numbers like that. Okay, so that pays $35. The 6 pays $35. Okay, now there are some options that you can do here. Okay, $35. You can give $1 and press this up to 66. And in some of my power press videos you would see this. So that's one option that you can do. Okay, the other option that you can do is give $2 and make that 42 and take back a quarter and make this 42. Now $42 on a 6 or an 8 pays $49. So for $1 you would collect 50. Okay, so that's another choice that you can make. So for now, I'm just gonna say, okay, we're gonna go to 66. Actually, it'd be a lot easier if I call in the points so that we can just move this video along. Okay, because that's what's gonna start happening. It's gonna start rolling 7s, and we'll have to start all over. So instead of doing that, I'm just gonna put the dice and say, okay, so now let's just say the dice rolls, 8 gets hit, and what we're gonna do, same thing, right? We're gonna get paid 35. And we're gonna take this to 66. Okay, so boom, we throw the dice and the dice rolls. I should just call it. I'll give you one more chance, dice. Let's see. Nope. So we throw the dice comes 32, 5. Okay, so you got $60 here on the 5 and $60 on the 9. Now $60 on the 5 and 9. $60 pays you $84. Okay, so that's 75, 80, $4. Okay, that's $84. Now what's the options that you can do? You can put 84 here, take back $60 and press it up. Something similar to what we did here. We had 30, took back a quarter, went to 42. Over here you had 60, pays 84. You can give $1 and take this up to $85. and take back the 60. Okay, but give $1, take back the 60. Don't get the dealer confused. Tell them go to 85. Okay, and you can take back $60 profit and yet press stop your 5 like we did with the 6. Okay, that's an option. So now you got 60 and 60, right? Both sides, 60 and 60. You get paid 84. So that was one option. My option, what I'd like to do, I got 60 and 60. That's 120, right? 60 and 60 is 120. I'm getting paid 84. If I take this $4 back, I got $80 here, right? So 120, 60 and 60 is 120, and 80 is $200. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to take my 5 and 9 to $100 both sides. Okay, so that's $100 both sides. You got 75 over here, and you got 25 in nickels. Okay, so that's $100, and that's what I like to do. Okay, that's the move that I like to do. Because $100 on a 5 and 9, if the dice rolls 9 or a 5, that's $140. $10 you give the dealer, give you $150. Okay. Now the other move over here on the 6 and 8, if you followed my moves before, we got $66. $66, if it gets hit, pays $77. Okay. Pays $77. Either one, 6 or 8 hits, pays $77. So when it hits, you give the dealer, because $77 and 66 is $143, right? So 143, 44, 45, 150. Okay, so by giving the dealer your power press money of $7, he's gonna take this to $150 for you. Okay, so he's gonna take this to $150. Okay, and if the other side hits, same thing, $150. Give $7, he'll take you to $150. Change this out to 100, change this out to 100. Okay, so like I said, now if any one of these numbers hit, if a 6 or an 8 hit, if a 6 or an 8 hit, it pays you $175. Okay, 6 or 8, 150 pays $175. 5 or 9 hits. 5 or 9 hits pays you $140. See? 5 or 9 gets hit, pays $100, pays $140. Give the dealer $10 and tell him give you $150. Okay, because 140, you give 10, pays 150, and there it is, 150. Okay, so you win 150. Now with 150, you can press a 5 to 150, press a 9 to 150. Okay, so now you got 5, 6, 8, 9, $150 each. A 5 and 9 at 150 pays you $210. A 6 and 8 at 150 pays you $175. Okay, so that's the press that you can do. I showed you the downside press using the dice. Okay, I knew the dice wasn't going to roll long enough for me to show you the upside press, although I tried to, and I know I can't get there unless you really got a good table and a good shooter and everything's working in your favor. So there's a lot higher you can go with this press on the high side. You could also go a lot lower on the lower side on the Depress, and you could go down to $44 if you wanted to, but it would take you a lot longer to get it back up to the 130, and that's why we go to 66, where you give $3 and you got 18 each on 6 and 8, and you can make it 30. You give $2 on the 5 and 9, and you got 20, and you can take back that to 35 each, and you're back at 130, and then you start your upside pressing. Okay, so this is the moves. Okay, like I said, I showed you the downside Depress with the dice. I couldn't get the dice to roll long enough. We got it up to 130 from the Depress to repressing it up to 130. Dice didn't roll long enough that we could bring it up to this amount, so I just showed you if this number would roll, that number would roll, what would be the presses. And like I said, there's a lot higher pressing that you can do here to bring it up to 300s and 600s and 500s. But of course the dice gotta roll, and sometimes you're looking at this and you say, well, that's $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, $600 profit. Looking at me, maybe I should just take it down and start all over at 130. Okay, so these are all decisions that you gotta make. I just wanted to show you that it's possible, so it's not just people saying, well, you know, you're just taking back your win, you cannot make money because you just down it after you made $100 or $150 in 2 or 3 hits. I can. It's just that I don't, because when I was playing it was against the cards, but using the 130 against the dice, I think would be still even easier, and you can make good money if you got 2-3 hits and taking down 130 or $100 profit. That's nothing to snooze at. So anyway, these are options. Hopefully you'll learn them and use them. But the main thing, like I said, is be disciplined. Take back your staying alive money. Take back those 3 hits. Okay, and then if you want to take a chance with house money, because you already took back your $130, $100, because once you take back 2 hits, you got 100. You're only playing $30. That's less than those shooters that playing 44 inside, right? So even those who playing 54 across, you're only playing $30, but you got $100 worth. You got 20, 20, 30, 30. Okay, so that gives you a great opportunity. If you feel that the table is not a bad table, is giving you a few numbers, then maybe you want to just take a chance. But you're going to take a chance with house money. Do not take a chance with your bankroll and right off the bat you start pressing. No, take back your staying alive money 3 times. Remain disciplined. Okay, other than that, I'd like to thank you for watching my videos. I'd like to thank you folks for subscribing, sending in your comments. You got any questions, just email me at makerofdreams@aol.com. You want to buy merchandise, do the same thing at makerofdreams.com. Any other questions, if you need to talk to me personally because you got something specific you want to learn, then send me an email and say you need to speak to me, and I'll call you, or you give me your number, or I'll give you my number, whatever it is. Okay, I'm always open and willing to speak to people. I just want to progress the game of craps, make you players who are playing a little wiser, and try to get you to lose less money and win more. Yeah? We're always trying to lessen the loss and maximize the win. Okay, so we want to at least minimize the loss, maximize the win, and we only can do that because the only thing we can manage is our money. We cannot manage anything else. So anyway, take care. Go to the casinos. Make sure you stay alive, and we'll see you again next time.